Good evening, this is your Psychic LG, reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It's 11:01 PM UK time, heading towards the witching hour, and we are going to delve deep tonight. I've got new cards. We are going to look into recent world events. Hiya there, Shelley. Hiya there, Real Life with the Pendersons on YouTube and Star Traveller. Good evening, everybody. Hiya, Patricia. Hiya, Madalena. Good evening. How are you all doing? We've got Massachusetts in the house. Queensland, Australia, good morning. Good evening there, Michelle. And good evening in Canada. How are you all doing? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. We've got somebody in from Yorkshire, UK. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Hello there, Michigan in America. Am I pronouncing that right? I always get it wrong. Argentina, good evening. Good evening, Carol in South Florida. How are you all doing? And welcome in to all new subscribers on Twitch. First time watching live, well, welcome in, Michaela. So, wait for people to come in and then we're going to start. For new people in the house, we normally start with a prayer, a healing prayer, where you can write the name in the comment sections when I get going, and then you can receive healing. It's like coming to a spiritualist church. I did announce, was it a few weeks ago, that I'm going to stop doing so long shows. I haven't revealed yet what's been going on. There's only certain people in my life know. But I'm going through something huge in my life at the moment, and all will be revealed in time. But I am okay. But tonight I'm going to look into what's going on with Biden, President Biden, Michelle Obama. I'm going to look into her cards. I'm going to look into Kate Middleton. I'm going to look into King Charles. And I'm going to look into Putin. And I'm also going to look into Tucker Carlson, the recent, which I promised, the recent interview. See what's going on there and see what the outcome's going to be. But welcome everybody. And all will be revealed in time. Why I have changed my whole outlook on everything. I did say I wasn't going to touch upon politics, but I just couldn't help myself tonight, guys. I had to, all big stuff, what's happening, and I just thought I would look into that for you. But once I get going and get into a new routine, that you will be getting afternoon shows, and you'll probably be seeing a lot more of us. Do you like my hair? I've just had some layers put in. Just different. And so we've now got in, we're live on YouTube. We've got 316 viewers in on both platforms. What about the event going off next month? What event? Please tell me more. So I've been definitely changing my lifestyle. I'm on a raw food diet, guys. Do you like my hair? I love it. I'm basically vegetarian. I do eat fish. But I've totally changed my lifestyle. It's for the best. And all will be revealed in time, and it's going to be something huge that I will be disclosing very soon. I've just got to get through the next week or so, and then I'll be coming out with everything what's been happening to help everybody else. But for the time being, I have to protect myself, and please understand that. There's a lot of haters out there. How can I put it? There's a lot of low vibrational energy out there. Do you like my hairstyle, Gypsy? And until I get past that, then I'll be talking about it and helping a lot of people. But you know what? Even mediums go through shit. So I've realised that once it hit New Year, what was important, and it doesn't matter about so much about hammering it at the late night shows. I felt what was more important was me getting to bed earlier and readdressing my whole life. And with me being a Scorpio, and we had Pluto in Aquarius, and you know Scorpios are ruled by Pluto, it hit me hard and I had to readdress things. So here I am, as promised. I normally don't do a multi-stream on a Sunday, but because I haven't been doing much, it's a treat for everybody on YouTube. And I believe that we're all changing. The world is changing, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Fairy. There's been a lot of people. We've got Sweetheart here on Twitch. You've changed your sleeping patterns. I've been getting to bed early, getting up early. I'm going to start going jogging at some point. I might even go to the gym. But I've got a lot of big things to come for this channel. I'll be doing a lot more collaboration once things are out to the woodwork. And as promised, I'll be doing live at some point. Live ghost hunts. We're going to be doing a lot of spooky stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I promised that I would never touch upon the political again, but I think that it goes a bit beyond political, what's happening at the minute. And I'm going to touch upon Michelle Obama, President Biden, Kate Middleton, King Charles, and the latest interview, explosive interview, with President Putin and Tucker Carlson. Because it's just explosive and we need to look into this. So sit back and relax. Let me get a cup of tea. Oh, hello. I've got my lovely daughter-in-law on, Georgette Heslop. Little lammykins. I call her Lamb Chop. She's so cute. YouTube is faster than Twitch tonight. Must just be the internet, mustn't it? Oh, I believe you like the ghost hunts. There's a lot of haunted locations that I'm going to hit. And I'm also going to take the crew. We're called the Northern Angels. We're going to go back into Bowlam Lakes, which is where the Northern Yeti is. We're going to be doing some Yeti hunting. We're going to be doing all sorts of things. But if everybody who's been following us for a while, you know I'm a remote viewer, a psychic, I foresee things, world events, and I just had to come back on because I've had so many people messaging us, emailing us. Louise, is Tucker Carlson the man that stands in snow? Who is this man that stands in snow? And it was snowing in Moscow a few days ago. So I'm going to look into that. And I've got my new cards. Got some new cards. So I thought I'd christen them tonight on yous all. And these will be the cards that I'll be using for the afternoon shows. So we're going to go a bit woo-woo tonight. Shall we go woo-woo? Oh, you've missed us. Oh, bless you. I've missed yous too. But like I say, all will be revealed in time. I've just gone through a massive, huge transition in my life. It is massive. And once I'm nearly there. I keep getting that song by Kate Bush. We're running up the hill. And I'm halfway up the hill. I'm halfway up the hill, guys. Yeah. I'm nearly at the top. And once I'm at the top, I'm going to call it all out. There's a picture of President Putin standing in snow. This is huge. Yeah, my hairdresser. I went to the hairdresser because I always go every couple of months. And normally have my hair in a bob. I change it all the time, you know what I mean? And she says, because your hair is black, it looks a bit hard with the square helmet look, because I had it in a bob. And she says, why don't we put the fairy feathers back in it again? I says, go on, why not? So that's what I've done. So, let's start. I've got my little bell. Maybe Putin watches this show. I really don't know. You never know, do you? Somehow I doubt it. Okay. So for the new people who are coming in, I'm going to invoke the angels in that I work with, which is Archangel Michael, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, and my guides. We're going to form the circle of light, okay? And then we are going to, if you need any healing or prayers of protection for a person, persons, animal, anything, literally anything, write the name in the comments section. You can do it in the live stream, you can do it afterwards in the comments section, and you will receive free healing. I've charged this up with Reiki prayer before I've come on. Louise, it says you're not online. Really? Well, there's been some funny to-dos. Well, I'm online. I might be in a different time zone, shall I say, a different timeline. But here we go. Because there's funny stuff happening with time. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I, and Ra, to come forth to give us true healing, free healing, and protection for everybody in this audience tonight in this circle of light. We are all protected with a circle of light. So be it. Amen. And this includes animals as well. Okie dokie. So many people needing healing, isn't there? Crazy times. Crazy times. Okie dokie. Just reading all your messages here. Hiya, Lance. And I've had a lovely day today. I've been spending time with my granddaughter, who's so spiritual. I just think the children now of New Earth are on a different level, aren't they, guys? They're just ready for this new world. That's what it's all about. But as everything starts to unfold, we are living in very crazy times, trying times, dangerous times, exciting times, times of great revelations, times of great change for mankind. And I do believe that we're at the pinnacle point no return. But we're going through the next level of humanity, and it is the great spiritual awakening. So we're going to start with these cards. And if you like this, you can ask us and I'll do it again. I'm not going to be on long tonight. I'm going to keep coming on and touching upon certain subjects. But the first question is, my new cards. I'm going to ask, what is going on with King Charles? I'm going to start with King Charles because I'm a British lass. I'm a Geordie lass, but I'm a British lass. Okay, so the recent is that he's got some form of cancer. So we're going to see what's going on there. I don't believe he said what it is. He's keeping these cards close to his chest. But let's look at Charlie. Let's see what's going on with King Charles. Now, I did say a little while ago that King Charles wouldn't be on the throne long. I predict tonight that he's going to abdicate. It's not going to be like our previous queen who died on the throne. I believe this will be different. I said, excuse me, I said a few years back, I've been saying this, that William and Kate would be on money. At the time when you had a lot of haters out there, what would said that the royal family was going to fall. And I said, oh no, it's not going to fall. William will be on money. And I believe that we're coming into this now. So I'm going to pull 7 cards out. Give us a true answer, Spirit. On King Charles, what's going on? Now, King Charles is massively into organic. Organic, natural medicine. Not many people may know this. He's got an organic garden. That's what they grow on the land. The Queen was into it as well. A lot of the food in the UK was stamped by the Queen because the Queen stopped all the pesticides coming in, which they have in the US. But there's still dodgy stuff going on where you've got hormones getting stuck into food. But she was stamping the stuff what was safe. All right. So he's been brought up that way. Don't forget, when the Queen came into power, then we had World War II. So everybody was on a ration. Even the Queen, even the Buckingham Palace was on a ration. And if I can remember rightly, she made her own wedding dress. If anybody knows different, comment on the link below. I know there's a lot of royal haters out there, but there's also a lot of royal lovers. But no matter what you think, I'm a British lass. I'm going to cover this because it's massive and it's huge at the minute, okay? So let's see what's going on. I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got 7 cards here. Okay. Let's see. Right, okay. This is very interesting. So it's like this has been, we've got the Ace of Swords here, right? But we've got like the sword going through the crown there. And it's, yes, it's a cruel twist of fate. But I believe that he's had, whatever he's got, right? I believe he's had it for a while. I am getting like waterworks there. So I don't know if this is to do with the bladder. Could be like bladder cancer or something like that. I believe that he's going to go down the herbal route, right? He has made a statement on this that he wants to go down the natural way to heal. Thank you, Jonna. So I believe that he's definitely going to go down the organic route. He will have a lot of herbalists, different alternative medicine. There is talk that he might use the hospitals as well. So I believe that when the prostate was checked, I believe that there's been something come back to do with these waterworks. It could be bladder. All right. But Charles being Charles, I believe that he's strong-minded, Charlie. He'll go down the natural route. He's definitely, and I think that you've got to understand, right? Nobody is, immune to anything happening. Be it anybody who's in the limelight, anything. All right? So it's a case of, I believe his higher self is signed. I know this might sound a little bit strange, that he would be put into this position so then he could be out there talking about, because it's in the public eye and it's talking about people going down the natural route. All right? It's making it like the new norm. It's like the word cancer, okay, is like, it's always been like a taboo situation. But if you've not noticed, they're pushing it now. It's on adverts and everything. And it's becoming more apparent, right? It's because of what's going in the food. The food needs to change. Everything needs to change. All right? But as I look at this, I feel it's as if that being King Charles and he's in the public eye and he's going to be looking down these routes and talking about natural medicine, it's all going to start to come out. So he's going to be, it's helping other people. It's starting a new movement. It's the new age rising. It's the new age rising, guys. So people are starting to talk about the natural medicine. And like I said, when I've looked way on into the year 3000, you've got the crystal grid, right, which is all going to be very artificial intelligence. And then you've got the people of New Earth, where it's all natural medicine. And homeopathic medicine is going to become on the rise. So if you're thinking of going into anything like that, it is the way forward for a prosperous business for the future, that type of thing. Because everybody's starting to look down this natural route. Because big pharma, at some point will apparently die. But it's not just a sudden thing, it has to come in gradually. And this is how the power of the people come in. So that's why he's going to start talking about this more. So yeah, as Katana says, Big Pharma don't like the natural healing, but when you've got somebody like King Charles talking about it, this is huge. So watch for a lot more people coming into the public eye talking about the natural way forward. Okay? So we've got the hyphenate, that's Charles there, he's sitting on the throne. And I believe there's been decisions made. At the minute he's humming and hawing, but he knows that his health's more important. And I believe I've got 5. So that could be May. It could come out before then. Ow, don't stick your nails in my legs. You coming to say hello? We've got Zizi coming in here. It could be 5 weeks. It could be the 5th of a month. But I do believe that there'll be big announcements from the royal family. Okay? So we've also got, he definitely he'll take control of the situation. So people have said that he's got prostate, but I'm very drawn to the bladder area as well. But I'm not saying death, all right? So I'd rather stay positive with this being a healer. But I do believe that whatever he's got could possibly be slow moving, or he's had it there for a while. We've got the Knight of Wands coming in. That looks like Harry. I'm getting Harry. Obviously, he went straight over from the States over there. And I believe this is going to be healing brought forward for him and his father. Say hello. Now, don't This is Zizi, by the way, guys. Now, don't knock off the sound or anything like that. Be a good girl. Zizi, we've got Zizi in the house. She's the sound engineer. So I think that's Harry. Let's have a look. Come here and say hello. You being a naughty girl? So there's a lot of secrets here behind the scenes. And of course, King Charles is a Scorpio, and I can relate with that. All right? So you can't help when you're in the public eye that it's going to come out. But I think that he doesn't want it all out. He wants to go down his way. As you know, Camilla will still be carrying on her duties. But he's tired. He's tired. And it always comes out in your body if you don't heal from that situation. Okay? So I think that I'm getting 5. 5's coming out very, very strong. But it could also be by May. Things will be a lot different. Don't walk on there, baby, because you'll knock things off. Honestly. But what I feel very strongly is the devil is going to abdicate. He's definitely going to abdicate. He's going to walk away because he wants to do this properly for William. So there's a lot of talking going on behind the scenes. I believe March could be big with the royal family, and April. I'm going to give you some numbers here, and I don't know if you want to write them down. I'm getting 14, 15, 28, 27, number 1, number 12, and number 2, and number 4. So 4 could be, say, April, or it could be the 4th of a month. Let's pull some more cards out. Just check if it's prostate or it's bladder. Keep getting water. Keep getting water. He's got a few doctors around him trying to convince him to do it this way and do it that way. It's definitely water. I'm definitely getting bladder. Or it could be both. It could be bladder and prostate. Yeah, I've heard that Princess Anne could become regent temporarily until William is ready. I believe there'll be a second abdication. You had Edward and Mrs. Simpson. It's definitely connected with water. There's also kidney as well, but I'm getting water. There's William coming into play. And there's going to be huge announcements. I see an abdication and I see another coronation. So I'm getting drinking of water. Got the justice. I think there's been a few things that's going on with him. I don't know if I'm picking up that they're trying to help him out with treatment, or they're discussing things, or he's got 2 situations going on with his health. Okay. But I'm going to say bladder. There's definitely something going on with his bladder or his kidneys. But I want to say that there's healing going on around him at the moment. And I'm a great believer that miracles can happen. So it could be that it's connected with the prostate and the bladder. So, like I say, I'm going to send healing out to him. And use can in the audience if you want to. But, this channel's not for hatred. Definitely not. We're all human beings. We all deserve to have that healing. And I definitely feel that I would rather stay positive there. But what I do predict is that he's going to abdicate. But at the moment, I'm not seeing death. I'm getting more that he just wants to lie low and get strong. Okay, but I definitely feel we've got 10. I mean, it could be 5 days. It could be 5 weeks. Or it could be the 5th of the month. But I'm going to say that he's going to abdicate. But his son, William, will be king. And we will have a coronation a lot quicker than what you think. A lot quicker. So maybe it is 5 days, 5 weeks, but he still will do duties, but he'll do very, I just think that he needs to step back, and that's what's going to be advised. It's going to be advised. So it's a big thing for William to take on. I'm also feeling that Harry will possibly want to come back to the UK because I don't feel things are good with Meghan. Let's have a look. All going on, isn't it? I'm going to do Catherine next. Kate, should I say? What's going on with Harry and Meghan? Right, we've got Judgment, we've got the Temperance. I don't feel he's completely happy. She never wanted to be part of the royal family, and I think there's a sense of resentment there. I don't think things are very good there between them at the moment, but it's the children what hold them together. But I believe he's upset. I definitely believe he's upset, and I believe that this, if anything, can bring William and Harry back together again. There's Meghan. I don't get a good vibe with that. That's like somebody lying in state, isn't it? Let's have a look. Okay, we've got 9. We've got 4. So that's 5 again. Huge change coming in. That could be 5 months. Is that right? Because I did, funny enough, I did do Latin at school. Right, so that's, sorry. That's 9. And that's 4. Yeah, that's 5, isn't it? 5 weeks, 5 months is going to be something huge changing within the royal family. Or it could be 5 days. But I'm going to say 5 months at the latest. It could be the 5th month, May as well. He's returning. It's just come to us like that. Harry is returning to the UK. And it will be a temporary thing where he's backwards and forwards to the US to see Meghan, backwards and forwards. This could come off by the end of the year or into the beginning of next. Remember that. I've just seen Zara Phillips there, who was, I don't know if she still is, very close to Harry. Because I know they weren't speaking for a while, or it was a bit tense. And I see them talking. I see Zara and, that's Princess Anne's daughter, and Harry talking. And they are, she's trying to convince him to come back. Because whatever's put out there in the media, there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. I don't believe Harry's completely happy. I don't feel he's settled. Is it LA where he lives? California? I don't feel he's settled at all. But there's a lot of complications if he does leave her to do with the children. And I mean, I predicted all of this, didn't I? When was it? Years ago, before the little princess, Lilibet, was born. I said that Hollywood, the USA, will have their first princess. She'll be born in the United States of America. So hypothetically, that child is American. There could be problems with law courts into the future. See, there's different timelines. And I normally tell somebody what will happen if they go like down that path one, that one, or that one. So, but at the minute it looks a little bit grey for Harry there. But I do feel that there's going to be a mending of ways between him and William. Definitely. All right. So I'm going to put them back together again and give them another shuffle. And we're going to look into Kate. Harry doesn't like the left-hand drive. Yeah. I think it's a bit more than that. Okay. I think it's the damage that Meghan did. Do you know what I mean? But no matter what anybody thinks of her, I do feel that they're twin flames. I believe that they both had to meet, have their children. I know there's a lot of conspiracies out there saying that they're not their children. They are their children. But it is on the tip of my tongue. This is the gypsy within us tonight. To say this, Harry will not end his days with Meghan, and there will be another woman in Harry's life. And I'm getting that really strong tonight. Really strong. Kate Middleton. So yeah, he's not well at the minute, King Charles. But he's alive. And I believe he's going to go down the natural route. And this is going to kickstart a trend off, which I think has to happen. It has to happen. Okie dokie. Let's see what's going on with Kate Middleton. Now, she's out of hospital now, isn't she? For new people coming in, I haven't been streaming so much. So I've gathered in all the information to come out tonight with it. Franklin said, here's something interesting. Harry is still in love with this African lady he met at university. Interesting. I don't feel so, Marilyn. I think that it can possibly lower your immune system and you'll get what you're prone to get. But I think that's another topic for another day. Do you know what I mean? The cats aren't fixed yet, no. Because of my situation. Let's see what's going on with Kate. She's so glamorous. Oh, thank you, Tammy. 7 cards for Kate. The glamorous lady who will one day be our queen. That's what I believe. She's so lovely, isn't she? I think on her wedding day she looked so elegant. The way she had her dress, it was just so, I don't know, classy, elegant. Okay, we've got the King of Cups, which is William. William's going through a lot at the minute. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Empress here, which is nice. There is hope. There is hope here. Let's have a look. Big decisions. Right, I want to pull some more cards out here because these look a little bit complex on Kate. I think Kate's got Diana's ring, hasn't she? Right, so we've got Page of Pentacles, which is our children. Let's have a look. Okay. Again, I want to go to the lower part of the body. I always thought it was like a warm area. I am getting bowel connections here. It could be pockets. Inflammation. Like, is it diverticulitis? Has anybody heard of that? She's had to make a major decision. I think she's been quite silently unwell for a while. And of course, a lot of public engagements, I think it was taking a toll out on her. So she's made a big major decision in her life, but it's temporary. Excuse me. It's temporary what she's done. What is this? What she's done? I think she's on some form of medication as well. So you've got colitis, haven't you, as well? You've got different things going on there, like Crohn's is another one. But these things can be treated with diet change and medication. My oldest son has Crohn's. He's doing okay, mind, but I mean, he has bouts of it. He's just recently got over a bad bout of it. But he had to change his diet. It's a bit more than that, but it's a bit more than that. Okay, so she's had some treatment and she has to keep getting checked out. She's had something temporary done and then it can get changed again. But she's fine. She's absolutely fine. And again, like Prince Charles, I believe that Kate and William are massively into intolerances, allergies, looking down the holistic route. I also get that's the woman's area, being the Empress. So I always thought it was the womb. But everything's all connected, isn't it? It's all around that area. What's that other thing that you get where you've got, I can't even say the word, where you get painful periods and it's called endometrial something, and that can cause a lot of pain, and sometimes it can go into the bowel because I'm seeing inflammation, blood, things like that. I believe that they did 2 major things within the operation and it was successful. I believe that she just has to rest. I believe whatever's been done, something is going to be monitored or maybe changed at some point. Yes. Endometriosis or something. Yes. So I believe that there's inflammation, and I'm getting around that area. I'm getting the bowel area. Sometimes that can attach. I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm looking at it sort of remote viewing. I feel there's been inflammation there. But she's on some form of a medication, and she's had something temporary done to help her, and then it can be changed. That's what they're giving us. And she's on the mend. She's on the mend. There's the happiness. Excuse me. I always become croaky when I come on. So I'm not saying that she's had like a bag fitted, but if she has, it's temporary and it will be put back. But it might not be that. It might be something else, right? But there's two things that they had to work on with her, and it was successful, and they just have to keep checking on her. But there's a lifestyle change here for her, and she will be absolutely fine. And she's happy with the children that she has. But I believe that a hysterectomy alone is quite a big operation, isn't it, guys? So if she's also had work done on maybe that word that I can't say, sometimes that can attach the pockets. It's painful. It can attach to the bowel area. But I believe that it was draining her, and it was making her very weak. So I definitely feel that she's on the mend now. All right. So I definitely feel it's womb and bowel that I'm picking up on. And there's definitely medication, and she's getting there. It's stages that she has to keep getting checked. I'm also getting intolerances, and she's had things what's been inflaming her, which a lot of people are. They're getting, I mean, when you start to ascend, you start to become very sensitive to the certain foods here as well. So I got diverticulitis, definitely got that. So I believe that what JP Knitter has put here in Twitch, my hysterectomy and diverticulitis and embryo were all connected, but it all stopped when you had the operation, yeah. So that embryo can spread all over the body, can't it? And it can be very painful. Let's pull 3 more cards out for her. I think she's always been slim, Sandra. Yeah, I always become choky when I come on here. I think it's a nervous thing. 2 minutes. I don't believe she's had black magic put on her. Don't forget, I don't read like other people read. Let's have a look. I just believe it's been something what's built up in her body. Yeah, so if she's had something taken away, like a hysterectomy, you've got to rest after that. But there's also been something affecting her bowel. Remember that, I'm getting it really strong. But whatever's been done, it's like they're keeping a check on her, and she's going to be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So it was a life-changing operation. It was planned for her. But it was draining her, so she had to have it done. Okay, so I do believe that she did the right thing for her, and I would say Kate Middleton's definitely on the mend. There may be another situation where she might have to go back into hospital again, but I definitely feel that there's healing and protection around her. Okay, so that's interesting. But they've told her to rest. Two major operations in one. Whatever she went through was a big operation. I want to say it was a little bit more than a hysterectomy, so maybe I'm not saying that wasn't involved, but there was two major operations in one, but she's absolutely fine and she's on the mend. Okay, so Kate's fine. I'm not getting anything untoward there. She'll be fine. But you'd be surprised how many people have these problems. And like I say, when you start to ascend, it comes out in your body. I know, I always thought she was going to have one more, but I think she was too tired and too drained. This is just bloody crazy what's just come to me. Harry's going to leave Meghan, and Harry's going to possibly meet somebody else and have one more child. Is that possible, or has he had the snip? Oh, there's another child. There's another royal baby to come in from somewhere. I know she struggled with her pregnancies because she was really sick, wasn't she, with her pregnancies? So somebody's just put here in Twitch, just going off a tangent, Louise, but it's a Super Bowl tonight. Will everyone be safe? Let's pull some cards out on the Super Bowl. And then we're going to look into Joe Biden. I'm going to keep Putin thing for last. And Michelle Obama. Because I know there's been talks of what's going on there. I need to look into that. Give me, right, I am terrible, right? I go on my own colours, but is there a red, like the Super Bowl tonight? Is there one of them, like a red sort of, what they would wear? And one of them blue? I'm seeing black writing as well. Meghan didn't have a hysterectomy 28 years ago. That's just silly. The 49ers are red. Okay, and what's the 49ers connected with? Which state are they connected with? Are both of them? Right, that's why I'm getting red then. Which one of them's got black writing on? Blue is the Eagles. I'm not seeing anything untoward tonight. If something comes off, it's certainly not in that area. The 49ers. I'm getting that song. Are we going to San Francisco? Flowers in the hair. And maybe that's what I'm getting. San Francisco. I'll tell you what I am getting, and it's round about the time of the Super Bowl or just after, and this is another sport situation coming up. There's going to be some big news coming in from the Middle East. So the 49ers are San Francisco. Kansas City is white. Does that have black writing on? Interesting. The game is in Vegas, though. Yeah, there could be something like a shooting elsewhere, but I'm very drawn to that. And I'm getting the letter M round about the time or just after. And I'm also getting big news coming in around New York. And I'm getting Buffalo for some unknown reason. So the Kansas City, the red 49ers are white, red and gold. And the other ones, do they have a bit of blue or a bit of green in the uniform type of thing? Shooting at mega church. All right, okay. No black writing on uniforms. I'm looking. Right, okay. Why am I getting that? Unless I'm tuning in with something to do with football elsewhere. Just remember that. Right, San Francisco has a black outlined circle. Right, okay. Well, I'm getting celebrations. And I pulled it out for them. So is the other one Buffalo, is it? The ones who are up against the 49ers. Doesn't Taylor Swift's team have a blue and red? Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs. Now, they could do really well. They really could. It's going to be a close shave game. No, Taylor Swift's boyfriend is the quarterback to the Chiefs, right? Got you. Just going to pull more cards out. Is it the 49ers? Thelma in California is watching it in the background with no volume. I've never sat and watched a Super Bowl. I wouldn't even know what it is. We have football over here. Sounds exciting. And then the other ones was the Kansas City. Flowers in the hair, do 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 do. San Francisco. Okay. I hope I'm right, but I wouldn't go putting money on it. They do have a good chance, mind, the other ones. They really do, but I don't see any trouble. That's the main thing. Oh, that's nice. Sweetheart is put here. Do you know if it's really true that Harry is a fake Harry? There is a story going around. The really one died young. It's a load of bullshit. Harry is the real Harry, I can assure you. The mamas and papas, yes. Well, if you look back on my old library in YouTube, I channeled, I think it might be in the lives, mind, I channeled Cat Mama from Mamas and Papas. That was quite interesting. Right. We're now going to look into, let me get a drink. I wonder what the big news is going to be around the Middle East. Interesting, that. And big news coming in from India. Remember that? Pakistan and India. India's going to do really well, you know, with this BRICS thing. Yeah, I might do a one on sport one night. Because I like the cricket, you know what I mean? Some people think the cricket's very boring, but... And I like the Wimbledon and all of that, and the football over here. Right, let's see what's going on with President Biden. Right, let's pull 7 cards out for him. Are we going to San Francisco? Okay. Oh, I think it's an awesome song. All the flower power from the 60s. I was just talking about that last night. Oh yeah, I need to come out to the States. Definitely, Thelma. Okay. 7 cards. Let's see what's going on with them. Of course, bearing in mind, I haven't been watching any of the news. It was a friend who filled us in, asked us if I would look into all of these things, because there's been talks about Michelle Obama stepping in. But I haven't been watching any news for about a month. Literally. The only thing I watched was the Putin and the Tucker Carlson interview. That's the only thing I've watched. Right. I'm getting songs again. I've got A to I coming in. If anybody who doesn't know who A to I is, he's me little light being what brings in prophecies from lyrics from songs. And I'm getting Bye Bye Baby. Used to be the Bay City Rollers. If anybody doesn't know who the Bay City Rollers is, it was a pop band in the 70s over here. I went to see them when I was young. Bye bye baby, baby, bye bye, goodbye. All right. So he's definitely leaving. He's okay. Right, this is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. So, as you know, President Biden has been struggling for quite a while. We've got the eight of Wands. We've got the 10 of Cups. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. Now, that's not Michelle Obama, but it's upside down because I read it both ways. She's considering it. She's considering it. She did make a statement that she didn't want to do it, but there's something at the moment very strange here, what's going on behind the scenes. She's considering it. There's been talks. Interesting. I don't know who the Knight of Cups is. Who could the Knight of Cups be? There's going to be a big twist with all of this, and there's going to be shocks to come within the Democratic Party. And I'm sure I said, maybe last year I was going on about it, that a woman will take a stand for the Democratic Party. But I don't know who the Knight of Cups is, because that's a younger man. There is a lot of decisions being made behind the scenes. We've got the High Priestess here. There is big news to come out within the one. They know that they're in trouble if Biden runs again. It could be Newsom. But they know they're in trouble, and I've always said the only woman who could beat Trump in the next 2024 election will be Michelle Obama. I'm sure I said that. No matter what you think, if either party, they're both popular, but Michelle would be popular. And that's not me taking a side. That's what I'm feeling on the overall collective. So I think that they're having meetings, the Democratic Party, behind the scenes. And I'm not saying, I think that, I'm not talking about what's showed to the public. I'm talking about what's going on behind the scenes. That's what I'm getting. There she is, Queen of Swords. Accomplished with another woman. Knight of Swords. I know I said I wouldn't touch upon politics here, but give us a timing when what's going to happen to Biden. She's considering it. There's different timelines here. It's like it all depends. It all depends on Trump. It all depends on Trump, doesn't it? Because they're trying to take Trump down. It's like she's in the background on standby. It's the only way I can describe it. It's like she's on standby. So yeah, it's all good for if you're a Democrat and you're watching this. Yeah, but if you're a Republican watching this, she's the only person that could take Trump out. Now, I'm sure I said a little while ago that history is going to repeat itself. Now, you could take that many different ways. History repeating itself. Trump and Hillary? Trump and Biden? Trump losing again? Or Trump coming back in again? See, when you're doing the cards and you're getting a prophetic message, it can mean many different things. But another Obama coming in? You have to comment on the link below, guys, won't you? But they definitely got a plan in action, because if they can't take Trump down through everything that they're doing, because they're trying to block him, she will come forward. And if I'm getting this wrong, it's somebody is as popular as her. Now, there'll probably be people in this audience, the Republicans, and saying, well, she's not popular. But To the Democrats, she's popular. See, don't forget, I'm a British lass, and I'm looking in from the outside looking in. The only person what would win over Trump is a woman, and I'm still sticking with it. My guy, Jed, is coming in here. The only person what will win over Trump is a woman. I'm 50-50 if it's her, but she is not out of the woods. But what I do know is I'm going to pull 3 cards out on the energy for the next election. It is going to be neck to neck, and Trump's in on this situation here, like, definitely. It is neck to neck. Trump is the runner for the Republican Party, yes. It's going to be neck to neck. It's going to be explosive. It's going to be bigger on every level than the last election. It's going to be huge. Huge. And it's not ruling it out that he could be the next president again. It's not ruling it out. But it depends on a timeline and who he's running up against. Does that make sense? Because I don't believe anything is as black and white as what you think it is. I think that timelines can change. Timelines can change. But I look at that picture there. Now we look. That's like somebody in red handing out the food to the poor. Let's pull some more cards out on that. The US is a mess. And President Putin said that, didn't he? That they need to look at their borders, and it's a right mess. There's a game plan here. There's a game plan. And I sort of see Trump in the middle of it all, and they're trying to take him down. And justice courts are coming up very, very strong. And the game plan is for Trump to get back in. But if Trump doesn't get back into the next election, God help the United States of America, because the people who are supporting him, it will be nearly a civil war. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to get very messy. Very, very messy. I want to say it's a movie. I want to say that you haven't got to try and get too distracted. There is another woman to come into play here, and I don't know who she is. I'm not just looking at Michelle Obama. There's another woman, and she's slight. She's not a big woman, but she's got a strong voice. But whatever you think of Donald Trump, he's on a roll and he's not going to stop. And like I said, everybody has their thing to do on this planet, and he's here to change everything. Does that make sense? But it could get nearly close to a civil war. I'm not saying it's going to be a civil war, but it's going to get close to it. But all I'm getting tonight is that the Democrats are panicking, and they're trying to persuade Michelle Obama to run. And she's considering it. She's considering it. And if she gets in, that'll be trouble for Trump. That's all I'm going to say, because she'll be the one who'll be sitting in the White House. Different timelines. It's not a definite. If she runs for the Democratic Party, she will be the one who will sit on the throne. She will be the one who will sit in the White House. But it's not a definite. Now, if Biden runs up against Trump, I'm just going to double check this as well. The Republican, it will be given to the Republican Party, and Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States of America. And the tiger will rise again. If Michelle Obama runs up against Donald Trump, there'll be a twist of fate, and she will be the one who will take the next presidency for the United States of America. If Biden runs up against Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States of America. Easter will bring forth big news. But there's another woman also to come into play. There's different timelines. Remember, we're living in very fluid times on Earth. Extreme fluid times on Earth. And you're not just looking at the old Republican Party or the old Democratic Party. You've got the people, the younger ones coming in. Because I personally think it needs to be the younger ones to come in to bring in the fresh new America. They are trying everything, if they might, to stop him running. And no matter what you think of him, he's Marmite. But he had to be into power to change everything. But then you've also got that people will not accept it if he does not win. The only way he will not win if he's up against a woman. And I'm still sticking with that. I'm still sticking with that 120%. Easter will, I'm going to give you some numbers here. Easter will open the bigger picture to this. All politicians only care about themselves. I mean, you've got to remember this, right? Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. Donald Trump used to be friends with Hillary. It's all a movie. It's all a show. But there's a massive problem what's taking place in the United States of America, because you've got the borders are just unsafe. A bit like the UK. The bigger agenda. Just going to pull 3 more cards out. Huge news is to come out to the White House. We've got the Lovers, which is big news coming out. We've got the Tower, big news to come out. And we've got the 5 of Wands coming out. Let's see what else. And we've got the 2 of Wands coming out. So 3 weeks. 3 weeks. You'll have more clarification on what's going on there. The only way you'll not get in if he's up against somebody like Michelle Obama, and I'm going to stick with that one tonight. So I'm still sitting on it. Like I've always said, I'll take you through week by week. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And the only other thing is you've got different timelines. The only other way you could not run if somebody takes him out. And I know that sounds really horrible if somebody does a Kennedy on him. And I know that sounds really horrible. But
you've got different timelines of different things taking place here, and anything is possible in this crazy, crazy world. Because there's some very bad people who do not want him running. So if I would suggest is that just to take a step back and just watch things play out. But you're not going to get full peace after the next election in the United States of America. Whoever sits in that White House, there will not be full peace. It's going to take a few years to sort out. 2028. This is what I'm getting straight from the source. 2028 will bring peace to the United States of America. And again, it may be with a woman. Everything I'm telling you will fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. Oh, mamma mia. Right. Let me have a few minutes. We need to imagine peace, and we need to send it all out to the globe, not just the United States of America. We've got a mess going on in this world. We've got a mess going on. Our borders are all open. It seems quite safe in Australia. I'm going to go into Putin now. I'm going to look into Putin and what's going on with everything. But who's seen the interview with Tucker Carlson? Oh my God. I like Tucker. I like people who like to break the rules. I like people who like to don't go along with the crowd. You know? That's true reporting. It was interesting. Now, I was watching it live through, I've got a friend who's on YouTube called Dan, him and his little family, live from Russia, but YouTube took it down. So I watched it again through the Tucker Carlson website. Very, very interesting. But yeah, there's a YouTuber called Dan. I'll have to find. I'll link his. He's really good. He's really awakened, and he's just a young man in his 30s with a small family. And I started following him in the lockdown, and just because I was like just being nosy, you know how you mong when you're sitting on YouTube and you're just watching something, and it was this young couple, and I think she was into like allergies and intolerances, and they were on like this sort of budget, so they would go out in the middle of the night with their masks on and go out and do their food shopping, and it's he's sort of like morphed from there, and he does all like grows his own vegetables. A lot of them do that in Russia, but you know, in Russia they don't put the pesticides in the food, they don't put the estrogen in the food. That's why you'll see a lot of old fit grannies over there. But anyway, I've been following Dan for a while now, and he's really, really awakened. I'll find the link of his channel and I'll link it in afterwards on YouTube so you can watch him. But anything going on real time, you'll get it from Dan's channel in Russia. He's like a proper truth seeker, this guy. So anyway, let's see what's going on. What's going to come? First of all, I'm going to pull some cards out on Tucker. Seven cards on Tucker Carlson. Let's have a look. We've got the Emperor. He's taken main stage. This is just the start. Tucker is on a roll. He's going to have some big names on. He's going to have Trump on again very, very soon. Edward Snowden, Julian Assange. Do you want me to go on? Do you want me to go on? Tucker is on a roll, this man. You'll have Musk, Elon Musk. He's on a roll, this guy. He's digging. And they tried to stop him, and obviously he's gone further. Fox's News' loss, the public's gain. Again, you've got Fox News, and you've got CNN, like the right and the left, but they're all the same. They're all the same. Do you know what I mean? So Fox's News' loss, the public's gain. And, you know, that's just the start, because what 24 is going to do, it's going to pave the way for 2025 for far more Tucker Carlsons to come forward, because we're not stopping on this ever revolving door of new generation of truth seekers to come in. I would say Tucker's well protected. Well, it would look awfully suspicious if all of a sudden he was taken out, wouldn't it? But I know he's upset a lot of people recently. He's upset the CIA, the FBI. And I mean, YouTube blocked it. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's like they're projecting and putting out, you know, oh, you know, Putin's this, Putin's that. What he's done and everything. But it makes you think once you start to, you know, is it a case that the West is just as bad? At least the East isn't bloody poisoning people's bloody food. Do you know what I mean? Putin's a very smooth operator. And don't forget, he's ex... what's it called? KGB or whatever? It's been a money gold war from the start. And I said to yous, and I said this last year and the year before when it was all kicking off, it was all to do with old documents back to 2014 and then further back again, going back to like the Cold War and back again to the 40s, 50s. And he said that in his interview. The KGB, yeah. He said that in his interview. It's his right, it's his land. So whatever's projected out there on the world news, it's like you're getting the truth from Putin there. You are. That doesn't, I don't believe, you know, for 1 minute that doesn't condone that he goes and blows a load of people up like in Ukraine. That's not nice. It's always the innocent people what get hurt. But it's all about gold, it's all about war and money and power. But when he was talking, Putin, about Alexander the Great and all of that, exactly, Hazeltine, it's all a shit show. When he was talking about Alexander the Great and everything, I got like a weird feeling about that. I thought that's the rise for the Russian people. But where I had said that Trump's got to be careful, you know, there's different timelines. I also feel Putin's got to be careful as well. Because I get the rise of like that horribleness, what happened to JFK. I get that energy coming into play as well. I get that energy. And I'm getting September, October, November. Weird. I don't feel for 1 minute that it's going to be easy, and I think there could be threats to the West. But I also do believe that, again, the media's in on this as well, and they're trying to project this, that Putin's this bad so-and-so, what's going around overtaking countries. But there's a man to rise from the east over that way. I don't know if it's Ukraine. I get a really dodgy feeling as well about Zelensky, and I can't put my finger on it. There's a younger man, and there's another man to come forward who is going to announce something which is going to blow the cat out of the bag, and it's going to make Putin look in a totally different light, and it's going to reveal something about Zelensky. So how you had funny things going on the border over there, you've got the funny things going on the borders all over. It's a money gold war. But as Putin said, you've got all this stuff to do with BRICS, and it's rising. It's not falling. And I said BRICS would get bigger, right? But I also said to you, China's not going to fall. And Putin said that. China's going to be the leading country into the future for finance. China's not going anywhere. And I said this to you last year, and I'm saying it again now. The question is, who is the DS? Yeah, Tucker invited Zelensky. Maybe he's going to come on next. We'll ask the questions on that. Who is the DS? Because I know there's a lot of he says so on who it is. China isn't going to go anywhere. China's going to rise, and China's going to do very well. And Putin said that you have to go along with it because the US is harming themselves by not going along with it. I mean, he was more or less saying that the US is the one, because he was more or less saying that. Or not so much the US people. He's on about like the people who are in power now. I think it's a bit of a one and a bit of another. I don't think it's a particular country or a state or a town. I think that sometimes it's not even the fact that it's the prime ministers or the presidents. It's, as you know, you probably think the same as me, it's what's going on behind the scenes and who's running the show. But it's three main families. It's three main families, and we might not even know who these families are. We can speculate who these families could be, but I am getting Austria's connected. All right. They are the real ones, the real DSs. Now, what was I going to ask again? If I'm going to ask these questions because I think they're important. If Trump gets back into office, will it calm down? Are you enjoying yourselves, guys? It's like being in my back kitchen, isn't it? I'm on a roll here. Will it calm down with Putin? Or will it get worse? I need a drink of tea. I will do, Hazeltine, don't worry. I'm going off soon. If I don't talk about it, I've tried. It's like I'll build it up, and then I just get like, I go puce, I'm like that. I've just got to let it out. I'm a gypsy, do you know what I mean? I'm a gypsy girl. I'm a Geordie gypsy girl. So I go, and I've got to let it out. And then I get a blocked throat chakra, so I've got to free it out. If Trump gets back in, will it calm down with the US? And that's interesting. The first half said yes, but then there's going to be a terrible tragedy. There's going to be if he gets back in, there'll be a terrible tragedy. And then it'll be something to do with the financial crash, a huge financial crash. I want you to remember that. Interesting. But yes, if he gets back in, there'll be a shaking of hands with him and Putin. Definitely. And you'll sort a lot of stuff out straight away. But all is not what it seems as well. Do you remember when I channeled Shola and Shola came through from the Galactic Federation, the alien being that I channel? Well, I don't like saying alien being. Star people. And said that Donald Trump plays between the horse and the hounds. Because everything's about that, you know. Literally everything is about money. So I'm going to say something, and I'm going to go one step further here tonight, and I've got to get it off my chest. If Donald Trump gets back into office, there'll be a massive crash and they'll blame it on him. And that sort of comes hand in hand to what the prediction with the Simpsons. Remember when Lisa Simpson says, and we blame the financial crash. I can't put the American accent on. I'm too British. We blame the financial crash on President Trump. But the crash is coming. Yes, we know the crash is coming either way. But this is what's going to play out on this timeline. We know that. But they'll prevent that from happening. Or it'll be softer. Let's see what will happen if Michelle Obama gets in. We've got the Judgment. The Judgment's coming out here. Am I getting that? And then my guide is saying, there's a man. At the minute, the gods have got that there's a man coming into power. But that's a younger Republican. I don't understand that. God, it's so complex. Something huge is about to come off globally, no matter what. There will be more restrictions for people. And things will be brought to a head. There will still be a global crash. There will still happen in the market. But guys, I'm getting the Sun card here. After the Tower. You know what, right? I think it's just like a game of chess. I think anything's possible. Absolutely anything's possible. I'm going to pull more 3 cards out. So what I'm getting tonight is now, well, whoever is in power. Oh, we've got Nala coming in here. You're still going to have a crash. But they'll blame it on Trump no matter what. Now, don't lock the stream off because I've got 1,221 viewers in. This is Nala, by the way. This is my big girl. Hey, say hi. Your mummy's girl. She's purring for years old. You go on there. She's so big. Her paws are huge, Desi. Does. Absolutely huge. Little Zizi's more petite. But Nala's such a big girl. She's a really big cat. Oh no, what have you done? You've knocked it off. Should knock the stream off. Come here, man. Come here. Okay. Now, don't walk on there because you'll knock the stream off. She's so cute. She's so cute. As you can see, I'm going to turn this around so you... She's lying on the cards. Can you see? cats will just put themselves wherever they want. They're not like a dog. A dog will do as I'm told. A cat just pleases themselves, really. Oh, she's Mrs. Stripey Face, all right. She's if she's lying upstairs and she's lying on my bed and she'll jump off the bed, you hear her like a thud. She's very heavy on her paws. Well, Zizi just creeps around and she does like a little catwalk, you know. She's like very ladylike. But this one's like a great big tiger. She's a big girl. But even though she's a bigger cat, Zizi's the boss. Zizi's the one who's got the stronger mind. This one's like a baby, so I can't leave her on her own. She cries. Well, Zizi's very independent. But they're lovely. They've brought a lot of love into this house, you know what I mean? And they're definitely healers, cats. Definitely healers. They've been a bit fussy with their food recently. But I think it's just a little phase that they're going through. You know, just like children. Just having a little break here. Then we're going to... I need to just... There's something I'm missing with all of this, which I just want to like close it down with. I would say, and I'm going to ask a few of these questions, that everything what's building up at the moment and to do with the next US election is going to be explosive no matter what, whoever gets in. But what I want to say to you is, are you going to be a good girl? What I want to say to you is, it's hiding a bigger picture to what's really going on, right? And I keep getting Epstein, and I don't know why. That's coming through really, really strong tonight as well. But I would say Tucker's going to take centre stage with a lot more controversial people that they don't want him to interview. And when I was talking about Assange, there's going to be some big news coming out with him soon as well. But you've got to understand, you know, Edward Snowden lives in Russia. He lives in Russia because he can't come back to the US because they're going to trial him and they'll not give him a fair trial. And you've also got to understand, you know, that Trump wasn't a fan. I'm being honest here, right? Trump was not a fan of Edward Snowden. Trump wanted him also trialed, like Hillary Clinton, like Obama. Both sides of the penny wanted, this is something I want you to listen to tonight, both sides of that political spectrum in the United States of America wanted Edward Snowden trialed. That to me speaks volumes. It speaks volumes because Edward Snowden exposed what the NSA was doing and spying on the people. So it makes you think, just step out of the box for once and look in on it. Is it the fact? It doesn't matter, and I've said this for a long time, on what side you're looking at, there's corruption going on both sides. It's going on both sides. And that's what I like about Tucker. Tucker's going to dig. Well, we know he's a Republican, but he will dig. I'm telling you, he is going to interview that man at some point. I'm just going to pull some cards out on this. So we are being controlled and we're all, and there's a bigger picture going on, and it goes beyond political sides because, like I say, they duck and dive on both sides to get what they want. It's all a game. Very, very deep corruption. And then never forget about all the money what went missing from the Pentagon. Billions of dollars went missing in 9/11. Where did it go missing? Because it got ploughed in to the space programs. The American tax dollar, the people, you know, all that money is what you're paying in towards the space programs, which they're keeping back from where. And we still haven't got the disclosure. It's the system which is corrupt. And never forget about everything else what's going on with the meat trade and the food and what's happened with the children and what is still going on to this day. It's going to take a long time to clean up. So what I'm saying to you is don't get too tied up, whoever is in power, because there's a bigger picture to what's actually going on. But sometimes you have to step back from the situation and look at it from the bird's eye view. But I'm going to honestly say tonight, Tucker's going to expose a lot of truth here over this next couple of months. All eyes on Tucker to what's coming out. Putin's just out for his own interests, like they all are. But one thing I can say about Putin is at least he's not poisoning the Russian people's food. He's not allowing riffraff to come on over the borders. Unlike our Prime Minister over here in the UK and what's going on in the United States of America. It's a game. And it's to who gets there first. But I'm telling you now, the dragon will be playing centre stage. By 2028, they will be the global leaders' economy. They are now, but it's just not out because everybody's playing around and fighting against whatever. There's so much debt what's going on in the United States of America and over here. But I will link Dan's channel. It's just a young family vlogger, you know, but he talks about all this type of thing, and we haven't got to be played. And I'm with Dan on this one. Like I really am. I always have been. I mean, I've been accused in the past of being this and that and the other. Because I'm a psychic, I don't take sides. It's not about taking sides of a political side. It's about my view and what I get from spirit, and I'll put that out. But unfortunately, there's a lot of psychics out there which will take sides. But that's their journey. I think that the next 2 to 3 people that Tucker Carlson's going to interview is going to be explosive. And Elon Musk's going to be one of them. I know he's got a little girl who's the similar age to my granddaughter. She's absolutely a darling. I can't think what his little girl's called. I think it's Sassy or something like that because they're Russian names, but she's a cute little kid. But they grow their own veg and that, you know what I mean? And it's just, he's come a long way. He was living in like an old tenement flat, you know, like they've got the tenement flats. They've got them here in the UK as well, in Russia. And then he's built his own little house and that, you know, on his land and that. He's come a long way. But he's very humble. He's very, very humble. I'm getting Poland here, and I mean, Putin did mention about Poland. But I don't feel he really wants to invade. And he said he'll not invade, you know, if they don't invade him. So you've just got to, whatever's put out on the news, you just got to take a step back and just do your own research, really. It's not going to calm down till 2028. In the meantime, we as the people are ascending, and we as the people individually will have our own contact, be it either from extraterrestrial beings or, and I said this will start coming in small groups or large groups. You had the strange incident what went on in the Miami shopping mall. And then you had this strange thing what happened where the aliens landed in someone's back garden in Texas. Was it or Vegas? You've got a lot more incidents like that coming. Some people have said that was just a hoax. I don't believe it was. I believe something did happen and they sort of broke through the atmosphere. And there was a woman on and she had done coordinates on it and she had reversed it. I don't know how she did it. With numerology and all of that, she reversed the coordinates at the shopping mall in Miami, where these alien beings just suddenly appeared in the shopping mall. You can get it up if you don't know what I'm going on about. And the opposite to it was Antarctica. And when I asked my guides, and my guides came through and said that something had broke within like the atmosphere, because they're interdimensionally traveling, and they had ended up not meaning to end up to come into the shopping mall, but that's what actually happened. There's a lot of technology out there what's being blocked from it, what we don't realise. Do you know what I mean? But there's going to be a lot more sightings to come off, and you can't stop that. So watch for a lot of strange events to come off, and some of these are orchestrated, put out there to lower our vibration. But one thing's for sure, we're coming into New Earth, guys. It is huge what's happening, and they can't stop that. And then you've got all the little children coming in who are ascending. All the little children coming in, the younger generation with the stronger voice, because every level of human ascension, these are like the third and the fourth phase of the Earth volunteers. You're not going to be able to stop them. Gifted children, the Blu-ray children, the crystal children, the New Age children of New Earth. A lot to happen, guys, by 2028. Now, there's one more thing I'm going to look into, because I didn't have it on my list, and I want to look into it before I shut this down tonight, because I've gone on a bit more than I should have. I've been on for nearly 2 hours because I talk too much. I'm just the girl what talks in the kitchen. I talk to the wall. I'm like Shirley Valentine. I just talk to the wall. I just go blah, 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 and you're just in my kitchen. I want to look into what's happening with the Tory party over here with these imbeciles which are running our country at the minute. I need to look into that. But 2028, things are going to be massively cleaned up by then. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more sightings of strange things in the skies this year. And watch the animals, watch how they react, the birds, the cattle. Don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe there's something big coming out about cattle, farmers and cattle. Another earthquake to hit Japan. See, I don't even need my crystal ball. I'm just getting like the boom, boom, just like the downloads here. I just want to ask the cards, just simple, but I'll look into it at a later date. Are we going to get the Tories out? Is it going to be another election soon? Oh my God, I'm thinking, what the hell's that? My cupboard's a tea bag. I didn't take it out. There's Rishi Sunak, Knight of Wands, upside down. Voted out. They're going to try and waff it and trying to get another Tory guy in, which I said that would happen. There's another woman to come into play here. But she's not the last one who was weak as anything. And she's no Theresa May. She's got a loud voice, this lass. She could be Labour. I wonder if it's that Angela girl. Anyway, they'll replace Rishi with another. There's going to be a scandal to come out. They're going to replace Rishi, bring somebody else in temporary. Then there's going to be voting. We will go back Labour Britain again. This is England. And we as the people will rise. Because just like the USA, there is problems going on over here with the borders. It's utterly bloody ridiculous. You know, we've got people getting hurt and injured and killed through knife attacks, through people who have not been vetted when they've been brought in. It's worrying. The Empress. There's a woman and I get a red energy. It could be Angela Rayner or it could be another woman. It could be another woman. Red all the way. Red to come for the United Kingdom. The Queen of Swords. Who is she? Who is this woman? And she's got an Empress energy. Mr. Smooth Operator will not be in power for much longer. Maybe it's a woman to come in next. And there's a man there with greyish hair as well. I see Rishi going soon. I see voting in the United Kingdom coming in earlier rather than later. I keep getting the 14th, the 15th, and the 26th, 27th, 28th. Remember that. There is a lot of strange stuff going on, Wokohota, yes, with timeline changes. Yeah. New people to rise on both sides of the political field, from the Tories to the Labour people. If I'm getting this wrong, and it's a woman who is a Tory, she's not fully blue and she's not fully red. She will be purple, or her views will be purple, which will be good for the British people. So I'm going to leave that one with you. There's an imbalancement and a balancement of purple, whoever it is who's coming in. And I'm going to leave that one with you for the night. I hope that's helped, guys. And I would love to sit and talk with you more like I normally do, but I've been on for 2 hours and I think it's time that I call it a night. But big changes to come. Watch for big news coming in soon from the White House. The White House is about to come forth with some huge news within the one. And I'm going to leave that one with you. Good night. Take care. God bless. And may the force be with you all. And I love yous all. Okay. And when I get more sorted, I will be coming forth with everything that's been happening to us. And talking to you all about it. But until then, may the force be with you all. And I'm off to have a hot chocolate. I'll see you soon. Watch for afternoon shows coming in when I get back on my feet. If not, I'll see you next Sunday. Take care, guys. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes. I'll see you soon.